Greetings, thrill seekers and fine arts enthusiasts. Hey, let's walk into the shop and see what the heck we're doing today. I'm just a retired guy trying to keep busy. Probably should do some work around the house, but let's see what's going on here. Alright, wow, looks like we found a clock sitting on the workbench. Oh, this is a thing of beauty right here. Oh, looks like the springs are sprung on it. This is an old Sessions clock from, I'm going to guess, early 1900s, 1906, around in there. I bought this at an antique shop over in LaPorte. Got a real good deal on her. Coachman Antiques. Let's see what the clock looks like. Let's turn this thing around. I've already taken the hands off of it, but this will give you an idea of what we got here. It's an old black mantle. They're a dime a dozen. I mean, it's nothing fancy. But originally I bought it for the Sessions movement. I seen the springs when I bought it, and I'm going to see if I can't fix those springs on that. And either the movement will stay in this clock, or it's going to go in another clock I have. I'll show you another clock that I've got here. I don't know if you can see this or not, but this is an old Sessions clock right here. But the thing is, that was a donor clock when I bought it. I took the movement out, and there is a Gilbert movement in that one right now. I don't know if you can see that very well or not with the light source I got. But anyway, this movement might go in that clock, but I don't know. If I get this thing running and build a back for the clock and clean it up, I might just leave it as is. Well, we'll see what happens. Hey, talk to you later. Hey, I got Indiana 5 playing on the old radio down here, so that's what's going on. Alright, I got the old movement out. Haven't did anything with it just yet. Kind of looked at it and seen kind of what was wrong with it. I might be able to salvage one of the springs, but right now, before I do anything, I'm giving her a bath, some boiling hot water, and some Mr. Clean, and a little bit of palm olive in that, and move the bubbles away. Alright, there she is down there. Yeah, it was so crudded up. Before I do anything, try to move any gears or do anything, I kind of wanted to wash it off and see what I could do before I had to take the thing apart. And by the way, the coffee is still going. It's 5:15, and that's pretty normal around here. Alright. Yeah, how's cleaning this old clock case up, got it upside down, found this old label right here. And I might be able to look up on the internet, see if you can read it. There's a site on the internet that if you look up this label right here, it might tell you about what year this clock was made. Like I said, I'm guessing about 1906, but I'm going to look that up and see. In the meantime, right now, I got the old movement soaking in some boiling water and some detergent, and I'm going to take that out, clean it up a little bit, and then I'm going to maybe start taking it apart. I've looked at it a few minutes and I've seen what the problem was. I might be able to salvage the springs on it, or at least one spring. The little dogs that hold the gear when you spring, something's wrong with them. I do have one spring in stock right here. I might have to get another spring if it needs 2 springs, but I do have this one here. But as far as I see, the little thing that holds I don't know what you call it exactly, but the little thing that holds the gear from turning, it's like a dog. They're both in the wrong position, and they're not holding the gear. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to get that thing out and take a better look at it and see if I can't get at least one of the springs to work on it. Talk to you later. Alright, let's see what's going on with this movement here. Okay, this is the tick-tock side. This is the gong side. This is the running side here. I've got this one fixed. Snuck the spring out of there, And what I found on both of these, there is, I don't know what the correct term of it is, but right here, as you can see, it's this little dog leg here. This is the catch for this. The rivet on both sides had loosened up. And so what I was able to do was get a punch in there and punch both sides and tighten that rivet up. I bent that little tab in a little bit, then I tightened that rivet up right there on both sides. And this spring, I had it out and I ended up bending the, I think it's going to be okay. If you look in the center, there's a little groove in there that catches a stud in there, and I was able to bend that a little bit tighter so it catch that stud in there. And I'm going to attempt to do it with this side over here. If not, I'll throw this spring in it. But I was able to without taking the clock apart, I was able to sneak this in and out of there. Now, idiot that I am, I left this part out on the first go round. Now I got to put that back in there. It's a beaut, ain't it? Well, when I take this apart, I'll sneak this back in. It shouldn't be a big deal. So there you are. That's so far so good. I'm going to have this thing running pretty soon. Well, I'm about ready to pull this spring out of here. I just wanted to show you this. You see those zip ties on there? If you value your own health, you zip tie a spring on a clock like that. It would be nice. Yeah, that thing can tear a house down if it flies out of there. And we'll pull it out and see what happens. Hello, good people. I'm back with the clock. Let's see how she's doing. Hey, look at that. Looks like the springs are back in, and she's running. Wonder if it chimes. Let's check it out. Let's just do this, like here. Holy cow. Man, that sounds like a Ford going down the road right there. There, we can adjust that somehow. Man, bad news. But at least it chimes. At least it... have to work on that. But anyway, got her running, and I was going to take that movement and put it in another clock, but I think I'll cut a back for this clock. I got some wood out in the barn, some old wood, and she's not a bad looking old clock, nothing fancy. But I'll work on that gong. I did have the gong before I started this video. I did have the gong working pretty nice, sounded pretty good. I don't know what happened, but we'll figure that out. But there she is. The old Sessions clock, about a 1906, I'm thinking. Hey, talk to you later. Bye. Okay, I'm back with the old Sessions clock. I worked on the gong. Found out most of the crazy noise was the key laying in the back of it. That'll do it. Well, let's see. She's running, and the key's not laying back there. And I'm gonna let it run tonight. I bet you this clock hasn't ran in probably 30 years. It was so stiff and so corroded on the inside and dirty and everything. And let's see if the gong works here. Well, sounds like a fish flopping around, but that's good. That's okay. All right. I think the last thing I got to do on this clock is make a back for it. I got some old wood out in the garage that should look okay. And you don't want to put plywood or any kind of strange wood on that. You got to have something that kind of blend in. This was probably never an expensive clock when it was new back in the early 1900s. This was probably a everyday Joe's clock right here. Nothing real fancy. You know, a lot of these mantle clocks, brand new, it cost $8.50 back then. That's what it was. But one good thing about this clock is nobody tried to restore it. It's got the a lot of times they'll take these bezels here and these columns and these feet, and they think it'd be really nice if they painted that gold with gold Krylon or whatever. Man, that just wrecks the clock right there. This stuff is called patina, you know. That makes it look good, you know. In fact, if I was ever going to have another daughter, I'd name her Patina. That way, the older she got, the better she'd look, you know. So, well, there's the clock right there, and the thing was a disaster this morning, and I got her going, and all right. See you later.